SPUFalcons.com, here with Coach Caitlin McClain after the conclusion of the NCAA Championships. Coach, what are your emotions right now?
Super happy, very grateful for the opportunity to be here, for the efforts of the athletes and our staff to help us get to this point and just be able to be on the stage with the competition we have. It's been such an incredible experience, and one that we're so thankful to be a part of, and one that came with a lot of hard work and a lot of bouncing back from tough times and faith, and then to be here has just been a really special experience, and really seeing the transition from our seniors graduating and the underclassmen who are going to fill their shoes, and seeing that thread starting to be built and connected is just really powerful, and we're excited to take it into next year.
Well, a year ago your team should have been here but didn't get an invitation. How much more rewarding is it sharing this experience with these athletes now because of last year?
Yeah, I mean it's been just like I said to them just now, really special to see the continuation, the continuity from the athletes who were there last year, came back this year, having gone through so much and been, could have been discouraged, could have been, downtrodden, and just came back ready to do it again and say that's not going to be the end of our story. And really this year has been about rewriting the story, rewriting the script, plot twists. We talked about that before GNAC, and they just put a really wonderful chapter, end of this year's book. So really just to come full circle from the disappointment of last year and to come here and be able to race really well, really hard. And I know that will be the building blocks for future years.
You mentioned building blocks. You, as a longtime competitor and coach yourself, how important is it to get exposure to a national championship regatta for the future rowers and for these returning rowers?
Oh, it's invaluable. I mean, just being able to come out here and see how you stack up, and then see other people maybe do better than you. It's like, well, I want to do that too. And I think that's a huge part of it, seeing how fast is, what speed looks like, and then really starting to ask those questions like, what does it take to get here? And then as a coach, you're like, well, let me tell you, let me show you, and let's do this together. And I think we will, the group that's here will certainly, I think, grow from this and be so much more intentional about what we do. It'll just bring more meaning to everything.
Before you got here, the team had their 2020 season canceled mid-season because of COVID. Last year we mentioned you didn't get invited. This year you get here and then you get to the finals and there's a 2-hour delay because of potential. How does the team weather, no pun intended, those kind of things? And we talked about resilience. Just why is this group so resilient?
Oh, why is this group so resilient? I think, a big part of it is their faith, right? And is their trust in each other too, and the family that they've created. And I think that they come to practice every day for each other. And there's obviously self-improvement and all of that, but I think by and large, when we've had conversations about values and all of that, like belonging in the community is such a big part. So I think having each other to go through the tough times with, and then to celebrate the great times, has been a big part of it. And during the delay, they were circled up together and just talking and hanging out, and it's kind of like just another thing that they had to do, and ultimately every team had it, so they really take things in stride, and that's what's part of what makes them so resilient, so special, and so tough.
Great. Last thing, let's just talk about briefly each crew today, starting with Varsity 8, their petite final today.
I mean, it's their last race here, obviously last race as a boat. We have 3 seniors in the boat, and so their focus was on having a great race, having their best race, and not necessarily getting focused on the outcome, but also knowing that their best race is something that will push the other crew. So they went out there, they did that. They, being relaxed has been a big focus for the boat, and we've, I think, finally come into what that feels like and how we get there. And they were able to put that race together today and be with it, less than 2 seconds off of UCO. And right now we've just back and forth trading bow balls, and excited to continue pushing each other. The 2 teams each other, but really the rowers themselves. So yeah, they had a great end to their NCAA run for sure.
And then your varsity for it, a gritty performance in the reps to even get to the grand
Yes.
final. What did you think of their effort today?
Oh, I mean, so just, powerful for them to have the tenacity and the discipline to do the race they had yesterday in the rep, to stick to their plan, which, Coach Amy has been in charge of that crew and helping them, and has instituted so many great routines for them where they are constantly rehearsing the race plan in practice. And so yesterday it was just incredible to see, when you really get to see it come out and manifest, like that's what yesterday was. They went out there and they stuck to their plan, and they were able, and it paid off, and able to walk through Western. So I think, coming into today, they wanted to continue to have that race and to push, without maybe having a crew there to chase. They didn't know what they were going to have, and I know that they really worked hard to make sure that even without maybe a crew right next to them, they were still executing their plan. So it was great to have them in the grand final, and again, part of being here is seeing what fast is, and now we have a better sense of it. So I think we'll all come back next year with just more focus, maybe not focus, but more awareness of what we need to do to put ourselves in the top of the grand finals.
Coach, thanks so much for your time. Congratulations on a great season.
Thank you very much. Go Falcons!